Your Honor, on behalf of Gregory House, we have convened an emergency session of this court to bring a motion requesting that John Henry Giles remain on life support.
Now, Mr. House faces criminal charges for battery against John Henry Giles. You beat up a guy in a wheelchair?
Dr. House is alleged to have forced a tube down Mr. Giles' throat against his will.
A medical tube, saving his life.
Dr. House, please let your attorney speak for you.
I'm sorry, Your Honor. I was way out of line.
So, your client forced the patient into this position, and now he wants a court order to force the patient to stay that way.
Without the tube, there's a high likelihood that Mr. Giles will die.
Well, I assume the patient knows that. He had a DNR. That's why your client is facing criminal charges, right?
Exactly. And Mr. Giles' death will violate my client's Sixth Amendment right.
His right to face his accuser. That's clever, huh?
Your Honor, in Commonwealth of Pennsylvania v. Hoselton, the 3rd District ruled that a defendant may not use that status to rule against a felony charge.
Why are you doing this? It's not going to keep you out of jail.
No.
Even if you win, the restraining order and battery charge stay in place. What have you gained?
Time.
To diagnose him? You can't get near him.
I don't want to be near him.
You know, some doctors have the Messiah complex. They need to save the world. You've got the Rubik's complex. You need to solve the puzzle.
Are you done? Or do you have more references to 1980s fads? I'm trying to listen to this.
That DNR may not be valid. The patient was suffering from depression brought on by a thyroid imbalance.
The DNR order was witnessed by Dr. House's own staff, Dr. Foreman.
My staff are idiots. I'm sure you know what it's like, Your Honor.
Sit down.
The validity of the DNR is a question of fact. Dr. House should have the opportunity to make his argument at a full trial.
And this poor guy has got to stay on life support until we can schedule a trial.
Your Honor.
Dr. House, I will hold you in contempt if you don't sit down.
I have a medical issue.
If it pertains to this case, your attorney
It
should be...
doesn't. Do you have any history of heart disease in your family?
Your Honor.
Your fingers, they show signs of clubbing, which indicates a heart problem. Remember Bart Giamatti? Same thing, just dropped dead one day. Please see your doctor.
He's admitted this isn't relevant. Can we get back to the motion?
Of course, I'm sorry.
Your Honor, a person's right to control the treatment of their own body is fundamental to understanding this case. A long line of cases, both federal and state, stand to...
Congratulations. Impressive legal argument.
I watched Matlock last night.
Say no more. I didn't notice any clubbing on the judge's fingers.
Neither did I.
So the family history thing...
Every family has some history of heart disease.
and mental illness.